Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Sudden Wealth. I hope you're having a wonderful day and a wonderful start of the week. If you could drop that like and subscribe to my channel, that's the only thing that I ask. It really helps the channel, so thank you very much for all of your support. And I would like to mention a few things about AMC, which has been quite a few weeks ago that I've lastly spoken about it. You see, I've made my predictions in the past around it. Everything that basically I said ended up happening. I've done my analysis in the past. I've predicted the behavior of YouTubers, which all ended up to happen. And as soon as they start happening, I thought, okay, I will speak about AMC when I see something relevant. Okay? So you see, that is also another difference between me and the other YouTubers. Like, they need to talk about AMC to gather their following, to live off ad revenue. I don't need to do it. Some of my videos, of my most watched videos, are actually on meme stocks. And if I wanted, I would just keep in here all day long, talk about it, and I would by now probably have, 300,000 views or something like that. But I don't do it because I think it's just dishonest. Okay, that would be just me taking advantage of you and of the audience, and I really cannot do it. Maybe it's stupid on my side. I don't know. But, it is what it is. In any case, what did I say? Reverse stock split's going to happen. They need to dilute shareholders. Why? Because they need to repay their debt to stay afloat. Adam Aron needs those $25 million per year, which, by the way, it's a higher pay than NVIDIA's CEO, just in case you guys didn't know. But that's how bad that company is run. But after the dilution, which happened, and after the price tanking, which happened, and after there's been no MOAS, which happened, one after the other, right? You see, a lot of things that I said against those YouTubers with hundreds of thousands of views per video, of course, they had very good excuses why it didn't happen. The SEC prevented it. The DTCC was meeting in secret with the hedge funds. Adam Aron was bought. One after the other, the conspiracy theories came out. Now there's trillions of synthetics out there. It's just one after the other. We know how this works. It's always the same story, never stops. Now, what I said was, can AMC have a run? Yes. Why? Because there's going to be bull markets, again, in stocks. We may be starting one, or we may be in the middle of one already, but these things tend to move in a certain pattern. So first you have the largest corporates, the largest indices moving up. Then you have smaller, riskier companies. And then at the end, you have the garbage performing stocks that run the highest of all, but they are also the riskiest. So when they go down, they either go bankrupt or they go down 95%, things like that. To be honest, it's a bit like crypto. So when you look at crypto is the most volatile asset class in the history of mankind. And it's at the same time the best performing asset class in the history of mankind. But it's very tough to go through the cycles. For example, there was a point where Bitcoin went from $30 to $2. That's a 94% drop. How many people can withstand 94% drops? See what I mean? Of course, then it went to 69,000, but you get the point, right? It's not easy to go through the cycles. But there's going to be a time where the riskiest assets are going to go up. Now, maybe AMC doesn't go up as much as it used to go, but it may have a good run. And the issue is, and by the way, if the Fed starts cut rate, etc., and markets turn clownish again, then everything goes up, including the riskiest assets, and they tend to go the highest of them all. Okay? Now, but how can we see if this run-up is a fluke? Is because of the Fed printing money? Is it because, of course, there's going to be multiple theories, by the way. There's going to be people, the MOAS is here finally, but the shorts are losing. The SEC finally turned in favor of the apes, blah, 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 all of this kind of stuff, with the same goal of deriving ad revenue, convincing you to buy their courses, convincing you to give them money. And then when things turn sour again, they disappear, but they come up with the stories about why did the stock go down. It's not their fault, it's because of all this corruption that only these people are aware. See, very important. They're sitting down in the basement, but somehow they know about all these secret meetings, blah, blah, blah. And what I said is the best thing that we can have a look at and control it, if you will, is the performance of the company. All the rest is theories, is stories, is Peter Pan stories. Now, there are two things which are not stories, they are reality. AMC did have a very strong cultish following. By the way, I use the word cultish as a compliment. So, why? Because cults tend to attach themselves to an idea very strongly, and typically, look at Tesla, for example. There's a cult around Elon Musk, so that stock performs way better than its fundamental value should be. So I'm saying this as a pro. And then a lot of AMC competitors went bankrupt, and people in general enjoy the experience of the movies. Now, here is the big deal. Adam Aron said in the middle of quarter 3, most people may have forgotten about this because this was before the reverse stock split, but it's very important to say. He said AMC was having the best months, not of the last 5 years, but of the last 100-something years. Okay? So the question becomes, and of course with Barbie, Oppenheimer, and now with the pre-sales to Taylor Swift, which has pushed the stock higher. Now the question here becomes that pops up is very simple. Okay, we are having the best quarter, everything is going in our favor, blah blah blah. This is great. And by the way, in the meantime, we diluted shareholders like crazy. All of these things. I want to see a brutal performance of AMC. It cannot be a little bit profitable and maybe generating 80 million in cash. No. You need something crazy. You need at least 100 million in net profit. You need 200 million of cash generation. But why? Because basically everything happened in your favor. Everything was happening the way you liked it. So if that is happening and the company still loses money, still burns cash, or makes a bit of cash and makes a bit of profit, then the question becomes, okay, what's going to happen when things are not so perfect? Because any industry in the world go up and down in certain events. So if with all, let's say, with the wind blowing behind us, with all the tailwinds in the right direction, and the company still barely performs well, then the question becomes, okay, what needs to happen for this company to get out of the situation they're in? And what's going to happen if something wrong goes down? I would say if poorer conditions come out, for example, people were expecting a recession this year, said no, because everybody's expecting it. But now the Fed, the banks are saying, oh yeah, no way we're going to have a recession. Now we should be concerned of recession. Now that they are certain that there's not going to be one, now it's the time to get concerned. So what happens if next year we have a recession? Or the economy just slows down? What happens? Because if in this quarter, with all these things going well, the company cannot, outperform drastically, then most likely it will never be able to do so. Which means that the only solution is there's going to be a time where things will go wrong and they will need to dilute shareholders once again. Which means stock will go down, blah, blah, all of the same things. That's it. So Q3 can change everything, but it can also just confirm that AMC is a hopeless case, in my humble opinion. Like, people should do whatever they want. If they want to go all in AMC, buy AMC, sell AMC, trade AMC, buy AMC and hold the shares for 100 years, God bless you. I wish you a lot of luck. I'm not here to tell you any of that. I'm just saying what I think is going to be the most important, because whatever happens on that side, it will influence the share price. And the share price will influence the videos of YouTubers. If the share price goes up, shorts are covering, the SEC is putting the pressure, the hedge funds are giving up, Biden is all in AMC, blah, blah, blah. If the share price goes down, oh my God, they are meeting in secret, they are bailing them out, this is terrible, corruption, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, they just dumped $1 trillion of synthetic shares, this kind of stuff. So you see, the share price dictates the type of video that you're going to see from the YouTubers, because they just react to whatever it's happening, and then they adjust the theories according to the price performance. That's all they do. So thank you very much for your time, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.